kiss. It's actually got kissing noise in it.
Oh, I thought it was
That's
just
a fun fact.
I thought it was just da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey, I'm OK Kenedi. I'm an indie artist and songwriter from Atlanta, but I was not allowed to listen to secular music growing up, so in an effort to save me and my reputation, these are my friends Sarah and Rachel, and on this podcast we talk about bands and artists I should probably know, but probably don't.
Have you heard of Prince?
Okay, the only reason I know the name Prince is because of Purple Rain, and I still have never listened to Purple Rain.
Like really?
What?
No.
No
Are
way.
you serious?
Obviously, I'm serious, if you cannot tell from my monotone tone.
You're friends with Sarah.
I just played that song in the car the other day.
Well, then I checked out.
You've never heard Purple Rain?
I'm not, like... No.
Have you heard any Prince song?
If I have, I don't know. And it's only because she plays it, but I've never been very impressed, so I don't think it's ever stuck with me.
Dang.
I'm taken aback. I have no words.
This is saving OK Kenedi for a reason.
Well, let me just save you by giving you some
She's taken
Oh,
aback.
save me. Save me.
some nice little facts about Mr. Prince himself.
Okay.
So he's actually from Minnesota. His two parents are actually heavily involved in music.
Mm-hmm.
They actually met in a jazz group called Prince Rogers Trio. And that was actually his father's stage name.
He's a nepotism baby.
Sort of, but they weren't like famous, I don't think.
Okay.
So his father's stage name was actually Prince. And that's why they named him, like his real true name is Prince. But he hated that name and when he was a kid and actually went by the nickname Skipper as a child. I don't know where he got that from, but yeah, he did that. And he actually was into a lot of like sports. He did basketball and football and baseball, and he was actually classically trained in ballet through the Minnesota Dance Theater. So,
I did not know that.
yeah, isn't that crazy? So that's why, I mean, you see he can dance. He's done really well. There's a couple of music videos where he does stuff. And then in 1975, his cousin, I think it's Pepe Willis, hired him to come record his band's record, and Prince actually helped with guitar tracks and co-wrote some songs. And then that got him into the whole music business. So Chris Moon was his producer in 1976, and that's where he made his demo track. And then he got offered to Warner Brothers, A&M Records, and Columbia Records. And ultimately, the choice that he went with was Warner Brothers. And then that's where he started making more of his music and all of his albums, which Sarah has info on. But that's sort of just like a rough little history of him.
True. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that he got a record deal just off of a demo, which is really impressive. But in 1978, he makes his debut record, and he like literally plays every instrument and does every vocal thing, like everything. He does everything on his first two albums. He doesn't have an actual band behind him. It's all just him recording individually, which I think is really impressive and shows a lot about his musicianship. But the first album was called For You. And sorry, the song off of that album that like kind of made him popular was Soft and Wet. And that
Is that why you were giggling?
yeah.
God, Sarah.
He like really made his debut, was just like, I am here to talk about sex. That's my brand. But, you know, he was very politically charged. But
He's charged, all right.
I'm so immature. I'm so immature.
I'm mature. I haven't listened to Purple Rain.
We're going to go with that, sure.
Okay, anyways, that put him on the map. And then he comes out in 1979 with with like a LP named Prince, and that gains him like more traction. He gets, I think that's like basically like the framework of what his genre was at the time, of like R&B, pop type stuff, and he kind of like starts to build himself around that with I Want to Be Your Lover. Have you heard that one? I want to be your lover.
You played it in the car.
No.
So you didn't zone out for that song, but you zoned out for Purple Rain? What's that about?
I've
Kenedi?
anytime anyone's ever played me a Prince song, I've never been very impressed.
I'm
That's
about
how
the
I felt
funk,
about
though.
Joan Jett. So
I
you know.
So I love Joan Jett. See, I know this is gonna be like a very political, like, it's a hot take, Kennedy. You don't like Prince, but I've never been impressed by Prince. I think I'm a very like lyrics first person, and I don't like Prince's lyrics.
They were raw.
Yeah, you could say that. I think the kind of raw is different.
Yeah.
Though.
Kind of raunchy to some degree. He like really was like talked about everything that was taboo and literally put it on a public platform.
Well, this is something that like I cannot for the life of me understand about Prince is like he like his brand was very sexual and a lot of his lyrics are very sexual, but did you guys know that Michael Jackson meant for his song Bad to be a duet with him and Prince? And Prince declined it because he didn't like the first line of Your Butt Is Mine. So he didn't want it to be a duet.
I did not know that. Huh.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and he said specifically he didn't want to sing that to Michael Jackson, like in a music video. He'd feel weird about that. So that was odd. I don't get it. Like, like those are some conflicting messages.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
Oh, good old Prince.
But then after 1979, he comes out like in 1980 with Dirty Mind, and then in 1981 with Controversy. And these two albums really set him. Oh, sorry.
Probably gonna make some noise in the microphone.
Sorry, Michaela. That really set him above the noise because
Dirty Mind did?
Yeah, Dirty Mind, because it was, you know, dirty. And
But Your Butt Is Mine. It's too much.
listen, I can't speak for Prince and
I
what
don't
he
get
just, you know. I don't get it either. But, you know, some people are weird. Prince was among one of them that was weird.
Yeah. He was a little odd.
And then he comes out with Controversy, which really made people talk. But then after that, he gets put as an opening act for the Rolling Stones. And he wasn't widely accepted by audiences because of, it was really not his music. It was more of the genre. So he starts bending it after that to go to more like a funk pop thing. So in 1982, he releases 1999, which is like kind of like disco funk pop, which was widely accepted by more audience than any of his other albums were. And then
What were his other albums?
they were like R&B. They were more R&B, less pop, not so much as like normal stuff that was kind of going on during like the 80s and late 70s, like disco stuff. It was more straight R&B.
Okay.
So that really wasn't a huge genre for a wide audience, for popular demand.
Mm-hmm.
Then, actually, in 1999, the album, not the year, he unveils his backing band, which he named The Revolution. That's where you get Prince and the Revolution from.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like really his first album with a band that was solidified. He played with them live. He played with them on records and stuff like that. So, I mean, they were like world-class musicians. It was 2 keyboard players, 3 guys, 2 girls. And then in 1984, Prince and the Revolution come out with Purple Rain, the Prince album.
I have a fact I have a fact about Purple Rain.
Okay.
Did you know, since I'm the fun facts person. Wait. Okay. Did you know that Prince, he made the track for Purple Rain before he wrote lyrics to it? And he asked Stevie Nicks to write lyrics to Purple Rain, but she declined because she was too intimidated by the original 11-minute track.
Mm-hmm.
You did know that?
Mm-mm. But that's
You're
crazy.
supposed to be amazed right now. Whoa.
I also love Stevie Nicks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Dang, that's kind of disappointing. What could she have written?
Well, I don't know, but then you
You
wouldn't
know?
have Purple Rain like you have it now, so maybe
No.
it worked out for the better.
I still think it would have been the same.
Did he just have like a track, or was it already named Purple Rain?
I don't know.
Wonder.
He had like the song, but not the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he had like the melody and everything and all. Okay, so it literally could have been about anything. It just ended up being Purple Rain.
Oh. Dang.
Like it was just the instrumental.
It might not have
piece.
been
Yeah, it was
Purple
an
Rain.
instrumental version.
Yeah,
And he asked Stevie
Mm.
Nicks to write lyrics to it.
and so if Stevie Nicks had written it, it would have been a completely different song.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah.
That is very crazy. I did not know that, actually. That is very
That's
interesting,
why-
Kennedy.
I'm the fun facts person.
That was a good fun fact.
Thank you.
That was a really good one.
Thank you.
You
Well,
got any other ones?
I do, but I'm going to let Sarah finish her.
the Purple Rain is actually now like, I think it's 8 minutes and like 34 seconds. It's like 8.5 minutes. So he trimmed it down for a long time. But that's from the movie. Anyways, that whole movie Purple Rain is based off of.
I didn't even know Purple Rain was a movie.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's where it's a soundtrack.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. So like it's like mythically based off of his upbringing. It's a movie about Prince. It's Prince's movie.
Yeah.
He plays Prince in the movie.
Convenient.
Yeah. But it's like not the actual way that he came into music. It's just all made up. But he does play like a concert.
You guys ever seen his hair?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's pretty.
it actually is really pretty.
It's pretty hair.
He like in his second album, like his blowout hairdo that he has was actually really pretty. Anyways, I have a fun fact about that album. So like on that album you have
Hold on.
Wait, no, it's just about the
Hold
album.
on. And the Patsy Cline podcast, you took all my fun facts. You better watch yourself with the fun fact you're about to take.
Hold on. Whisper it to me so I don't take it.
No, I don't know what you're about to say. I have a whole list here.
the album?
I don't know.
Is it pertaining to that?
Purple Rain? Purple Rain's an album?
Yes, Purple Rain is an album. Does it pertain to the album
obviously-
Purple Rain?
Just say it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, on that album, there's a song called Darling Nikki. Darling Nikki is the reason why the parental advisory explicit content sticker exists, because this lady walked in to her kid listening to this song and she was like, "Oh my God, this song is about sex toys." And then it mentioned sex toys. And she was like, "I can't have my child listening to this." So she forms like a group, and then they start like the whole committee or whatever that group is, and they like literally start going around and putting that sticker physically on, yeah, like sticking it onto albums. And anyways, that's why that exists. That sticker exists because of Prince talking about a woman named Nikki who had sex toys. That's my fun fact for that album. And then he's got a few more
That was
albums.
pretty fun.
But after like skyrocketing into like fame and stuff like that, he had like his best album was Purple Rain, so I didn't really bother going through the rest of them. But he had like a few more hits like Raspberry Beret and
My mom likes that song.
Yeah,
I
off
love
of-
that song.
Around the World in a Day. It's off of that album. And then Parade was a good album, which has Kiss on there. You've heard Kiss. You've definitely
Sing
heard
it.
Kiss.
Sing it.
Oh my God.
It like does the
Sing.
kiss, doesn't it? Isn't that right? Or am I wrong?
Rachel, I nearly had it. And then
Oh.
you went Kiss.
I'm sorry.
My brain
I
rattled.
feel like, is that the Prince song Dan wanted me to cover once? And I was like, I don't listen to Prince. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I thought that was it.
Can I?
Oh, is it the...
Kiss? It's actually got kissing noise in it.
Oh, I thought it was
That's
just
a fun
the-
fact.
I thought it was just da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, it's actually kissing. He's actually like puckering his lips.
Oh, I did not know
Do that again, but face the camera. Okay, you guys want to know my fun facts?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you guys know that Prince loved Joni Mitchell? That's a good person to love. And he wrote her fan mail, and he got a front row seat to her concert when he was 15 years old.
Can I ask who Joni Mitchell is?
Ooh.
This is saving OK Kennedy,
Ooh.
not saving Rachel.
Ooh.
Joni Mitchell is an iconic singer-songwriter in her own right. We will have to talk about that later. Maybe we'll have to do Joni Mitchell for one of these episodes now.
Okay.
Okay. Um,
Oh, God.
he has a shade of purple dedicated to him called Love Symbol Number 2 by Patone. Patone. I think it's Patone. Patone.
Sure.
Patone.
Patone.
Why not?
Patone sounds better.
Maybe.
And I bet you guys remember this because my mom used to talk about this all the time, that in 1993 he changed his name to a symbol that couldn't be pronounced, so fans began referring to him as the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yes.
Why you do that, man?
Because
Why do that?
He was protesting his record label, the bad deal that he had. He was
I didn't know.
protesting it. Yeah. So he was like, they had some kind of shady deal on him, and he couldn't release music as Prince. So he went under that love symbol. It's basically like female and male, the like gender symbols or whatever, kind of like mixed together to make this new thing.
Well, I'm
Called
glad
a
you
love
know about.
symbol.
I'm glad you knew about that.
So yeah, he did that to protest.
Okay. Did you know he played guitar on Madonna's song "Like a Prayer"?
No.
Ooh.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Do you want to know something else?
What?
Okay. Sorry, Michaela. He wrote Manic Monday.
Yes, I knew
by
that.
the Bangles. I did not know
Oh.
that, and I freaking love that song.
He wrote several songs for
He
several
did.
other artists.
He did. He produced a lot of stuff too. It's just another Manic Monday. God, that's a good song. And I was like, I've been talking to you about that song because it just like resurfaced in my life. And I was like, I love this song. And now I kind of get it, why I really like that song, because it's by Prince.
Do you like Prince?
I do. He's weird and he's really different.
I'm
Do I-
probably in the unpopular category. I know that, and I'm that's fine. I'm fine with that. I most of the time sit in the unpopular category, but I do not like Prince. I don't like the music. I don't like the lyrics. I don't like anything about Prince. I know. Go ahead.
You're
Fire away, baby. Fire away.
I have no words. so.
You're definitely entitled to your own opinion. That's why we're humans.
Thank you, Sarah.
No, I judge you.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
That fits both of you guys.
So, since you don't really necessarily like him, is there anything you can take away from him
Well,
for to save?
let's rephrase that.
Okay.
I don't know him as a person.
Well, I
like-
know. Well, yes.
He might be great. I don't like his music. Like I'm not. I can
Okay.
respect his art. I can respect what he did, but I don't. It's not something I would listen to.
Okay, then since you're not a fan,
Yeah, we could say that.
we
I'm
can
not a
say
huge
that.
fan.
Okay, so since you're not a fan of Prince, is there anything?
Is he alive?
No.
Is there anything that you could take away from him that would save you?
I think so.
What?
He like always walked out on stage like he owned it. And I think that's a really good quality. I'm not saying that you should be exactly like Prince, because he had a really big ego. But I think if you stay away from the ego side, you could definitely walk out on stage, like dressed to the nines, always, and just walk out there and own it. That's what he did, always. And he was like very instrumental just by doing that. He was set apart from the rest just by being that confident.
I think his just ability to be just a little bit odd. I mean, he was a lot. Okay, he was a lot, just like very strange. But I think you could take that and be just a little bit strange as well.
I think I am.
You are in your own right, but just like continue that.
Sorry to everyone who's a huge Prince fan, but I don't think I'm gonna be converted today.
That's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's fine.
We're all humans entitled to our own opinions.
Y'all never converted me to Joan Jett, so it's okay.
Also, it has a lot to do with our upbringing, though.
I can have peace with that though, because
And I can have peace with you not liking Prince. That is what true saving is.